Did you guys have a good 3-day weekend? Oh, a great 3-day weekend. I'm so glad to hear it. All right, now that we're all caught up, let's get to the polls. We begin in Division 3. Laverne drops out of the top 10 for the first time this season, leaving room for Johns Hopkins at number 10 and Augustana at number 9. Johns Hopkins went 1 for 3 over the weekend. And Augustana scored on Wheaton, Massachusetts 30 times. I'm really not sure what to do with that one. Except if you add that to the 23 they scored earlier in the day, that makes for a 53-goal Sunday and a weekend with 90 total goals. So, yeah, they're playing some offense out in Rock Island. MIT sits at number 8 for the 5th straight week. The Engineers haven't posted one in the win column since September 28th. Bend around the orange circle and keep straight for a few blocks to find our 7th-ranked team. Chapman fell to 2 of 3 of our code number 1s over the weekend with a 9-11 loss to Redlands and a 9-15 loss to Pomona-Pitzer. The Panthers will take on Cal Lutheran tonight. Oxy Water Polo lands at number 6 following a 2-position tumble. They'll see Whittier this evening. Cal Lutheran drops down 1 spot to round out the top 5, and Whittier stays at number 4. And the tie for first persists. Redlands, Pomona-Pitzer, and Claremont Mud Scripps all took home wins over the weekend, so no change at the top. Now let's turn our attention to the national top 20. The Midshipmen and the Brown Bears remain knotted at 19. Navy went toe-to-toe with the Bucknell Bison over the weekend. Late in the third quarter, Bucknell held a 3-goal lead, but it was anchors away for these sailors. Orion Irwin scored 4 of the following 6 goals for the Midshipmen to give them the lead and the eventual victory. Navy topped the Bison 14-13. The Midshipmen will head down to Providence this weekend to see Mercyhurst, Brown, UC Merced, and San Jose State. Santa Clara takes a 2-position tumble down to number 18, despite their 3 wins at the Lancer Joust. They host Cal tomorrow night. LMU finds themselves at number 17. The Lions only found the back of the net 6 times over the course of their last 2 games. They took a 3-13 loss from USC and a 3-10 loss from UC San Diego. LMU heads out to Riverside tonight for a match against Cal Baptist. Then it's up to Stockton on Sunday to take on the formidable Pacific Tigers. UC Santa Barbara is joined by Cal Baptist for a tie at 15. Cal Baptist had 5 games on the schedule since we last spoke, and they took all 5 of them, including a 12-11 victory over UC Irvine. The Lancers have won 8 out of their last 9 games, and they look to continue their reign as they face the Lions of LMU over the weekend. San Jose State makes a sharp descent down to number 14. 6 days after falling to UC Davis, the Spartans were given another tough loss, this time at the hands of UOP. They will head out to the Harvard Invite for a 4-game slate. UC San Diego climbs into a tie with Harvard at number 12. They split their weekend with a 1-goal loss to UC Irvine and a 10-3 victory over LMU. UC Davis rockets up 3 positions to number 11. The Aggies got off to a somewhat slow start against Long Beach State, but they began to battle back. They scored 4 goals in the second quarter to tie it up at the half. Each team found the back of the net 3 times to make it even at 7 by the end of the third. 3:03 left in the game, and the Aggies began a 3-goal run. They take the 11-9 win. 2 days later, they hosted Stanford. The Cardinal proved too much for UC Davis, and they found themselves on the losing end of a 14-8 game. UC Irvine plummets to number 10. That's due in part to the aforementioned loss to Cal Baptist. The Anteaters came up short in the first and third quarters, leading to the 11-12 loss. However, UC Irvine bounced back with a 12-11 win over UC San Diego. California falls into an 8th-place tie with Pepperdine. Princeton takes a 3-step climb up to number 7. The Tigers took an 8-10 loss to UCLA, but they turned it around and beat Pepperdine 12-11. Long Beach State makes a statement with their climb to number 6. This is the best ranking they've earned this season. However, Beach did fall to UC Davis and Pacific over the weekend. And no changes to the top 5, which means Fordham stays undefeated. Number 5 picked up wins over Wagner and Iona. Pacific is your number 4 for the 2nd straight week, and this is their 5th week in a row in the top 5. And they still hold one of the few perfect records on the year so far. Pacific will host Princeton this Friday, and I was wondering, do we have a fun name for that one yet? They're both the Tigers, so maybe we go with the Tirade of the Tigers, or the Tiger Tussle. Get out your thesaurus and let us know what you think it should be called in the comments below, because I don't think the Tiger Tussle will do the game justice. USC takes number 3. As we mentioned before, USC defeated LMU by a score of 13-3 last Friday. UCLA settles for number 2 once again. The Bruins secured wins over Pepperdine and Princeton. They'll head down to the Utangsu Aquatic Center to face crosstown rival USC this weekend. The two teams have already seen each other once before back on September 22nd. The Bruins took that one 12-9. And your top-ranked team in the nation is not based in Palo Alto. No. They're from Stanford proper, my friends. The Cardinal took care of business and defeated the UC Davis Aggies 14-8. They improved to 14-1 with their only loss coming from USC. And there you have it. Be sure to like, subscribe, and do whatever you need to do to stay up to date with Water Polo Nation. We'll see you next time.